Our motto is simple: be consistently good rather than occasionally great. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to episode 2 of our Clubhouse build series. Things are truly heating up at the moment. We got our plans and everything is sorted for the actual design and layout, and the renders look incredible. We're making a few small tweaks still on the exact layout, especially on the retail side, the podcast room, etc. But it's gonna be incredible. Other than that, we are busy recruiting our team for the Clubhouse. If you are interested in any of our roles, head on over to our career page on the Burnt website and you'll find all the details in there. And then all the other things that goes with the Clubhouse. It's a massive endeavor. Got all hands on board for this project, and the past 2 days, or actually the past week, we've had some incredible suppliers come through to the office. I'm meeting one now that I'll get to shortly. But basically, we want to work with exceptional people, brands and suppliers with incredible stories, with incredible heritage, and ultimately the best products that we can find. Our menu is going to be small, it's going to be tight, and very specific. So with that, we want the best possible suppliers that we can find. We started off with our bread tasting, and that was spectacular. I mean, for the burnt toast, our bread is one of the most important things, and I think we found the greatest supplier ever. The bread is unbelievable. We had a taste test done by multiple people. Everyone loves it. It's backed by 340 years of heritage, a family bakery all the way back from Germany, and the current 2 bakers are, I think, the 13th or 14th generation of baking this specific recipes. So that's unbelievable. That's sorted, ticked off the list. The next one was our drink supplier. So we will have a selection of healthy juices, or that's what we wanted to have in the Clubhouse. And I started doing a bit of research on who we want to go with, who we want to work with, and we want something that's exceptional. And we found the raw berry press, which is based out of Rebecca Steele. And this company called the Berry Press absolutely blew our minds yesterday in a tasting. I'll show you guys some of the footage of that just now. But basically what the concept is, they wanted to create a product, and the owner was a berry farmer himself, a very famous berry farmer in South Africa. And he saw the need for healthy cold pressed juices with a little bit of a longer shelf life, and there isn't a lot of ways to do it. So firstly, most of the juices in the industry that are labeled healthy juices are packed with artificial sweeteners and sugars in there. These juices have none of that. The second thing is the pasteurization process. I'm probably butchering that name, but the pasteurization process, what that does is you either add chemical or artificial preservatives into the product to give it a longer shelf life, or you boil it. And both of these things have a very negative effect on the product in terms of the mineral content and the vitamins and all of that stuff. I'm not an expert in this field. I'll put up all the details about our suppliers in the Clubhouse so you guys can go see it. But basically, these guys make raw ingredient organic juices. So they might not be as sweet as the juices that you guys know, but they are spectacular. They taste amazing, and they have actual scientific health benefits that are proven. Their labels are 100% accurate. They make new labels for every single batch that goes out. But in any case, let's roll some footage of yesterday's meeting with him. 10 out of 10.
There's a lot of blueberry in the shops at the moment, and it's because it's blueberry season. You also see with the blueberry as opposed to the other ones. Okay, so this one, it is in the 100 mils, it's our second best seller, and 250 mils, it's our best seller. Okay, there's no difference between the 100 and the 250 in terms of what we put in, it's just the size that is.
Yes, this is insane.
Now, that's probably one of the sweetest things I want to give you. I'm also going to give you the pomegranate.
This is so nice.
It's 13.9 grams of sugar. So natural sugars, this is on the top end of our...
so there's no sugar added, it's just
Nothing
just the natural fructose.
Nothing gets added. The 27 bits of produce that we use, no sugar,
This tastes so much better than organic.
So Lisa, actually I want to just get this on film as well. Is the juices, and the reason we reached out to the raw berry press is the way they make their juices is unlike any other company that I've heard of before. So basically they do not boil their juices and they do not add artificial preservatives into their juices, but they've figured out a way to preserve it for a longer shelf life. So maybe you can just tell us a little bit more about how that process works.
Yeah, sure. I'm trying to actually find a video I took at the HPP plant. So basically, what it is, it's a technique called, it's water under pressure to preserve it. So we make one of our little jars, put the lid on, put the label on, and in the cold chain we'll take it down to this factory in Montague Garden. They take all of them, it's like, I think I'm going on 3,000 at a time, and they put it into this big hyperbaric chamber, that's the fancy word for it. It gets sealed on both ends, and then filtered water gets pumped in. It starts at 4 degrees, and it goes as high as 18 degrees. So that's the warmest our drinks are ever at, is 18 degrees. Well, actually, that's a lie. When the farmer rocks up and we open up our roller door and accept delivery, that's the warmest our produce ever is. And then it goes into a fridge, and then we work on it the next day. So cold press is, the word cold is actually there for an important reason. We don't hot press because then you're going to start losing your vitamins and minerals. But this, getting back to this, drinks go in, they seal it up, they pump it with water, and it builds up to 6,000 bars of pressure. So it's like 60 k's under water. It gets applied for 4 minutes, and then they kill the process. So the combination of building up to the pressure and then the quick release kills all the microbial growth. So we have a 5-month life on the product. That's a lab tested 5-month life. That's when we stop the lab test. The reality is this guy can last about 13 months. That's anecdotal or legally, I cannot say that. But we kept retention samples in the ambient, so not in a fridge on our production floor. Where because still, average summer day is probably about 40 degrees. I think we had 18 in the range then, so 100 mil, 250 mil. Of the 36 units, I think 3 of them popped after about a year. It tells me it's bulletproof, and we've got through a hell of a lot of load shedding since I've been in this business. We have a 100% return policy.
The thing is also 5-6 month shelf life. It's not even a time frame that we are at all worried about it. These things will absolutely pump. Once you tasted this, you taste the actual fruit juice without any artificial added sugars in it. There's no artificial preservatives in it. It's not boiled to lose all the vitamins in it. It's fresh, natural ingredients.
It tastes really fresh.
We disclose our ingredients at the front as well, which is unusual. And we can get away with doing it there because we're not trying to hide anything.
I love this on the front here, so it says all the ingredients and finishes off with that's all. Yeah. Let's get back to it.
Yeah,
okay.
Soft.
Yeah, that's soft, man.
Real juice separates. Now, what you'll often find with our drinks is you get the separation. You get the heavier, the more dense items, produce closer down to the bottom. So I once rocked up at a spa in Plett, and all of our products were gone. I was like, wow, that's sold very, very well. I said, no, it's in return to you, just take it away. So I picked up the first one, I was like, what's wrong with the next one? Nothing wrong with it. I said, no, but look, it's all
separate.
So that's why we started writing it over there. It's a great indicator that you know that you're drinking a real drink with real ingredients. Because normally they slip in an emulsifier or one of these E-numbers. It makes it look sexy, but it's throwing chemicals in. And, you know, we eat with our eyes, but in the health industry, don't trust your eyes. Basic trust.
All of them are so nice.
I thought when we started here, like we probably will only stock 2 flavors. This is so far on the line now.
I mean, It's tough and it's confusing, but they all do something slightly different.
Yes.
Insane.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Okay, so let's do something with a little bit of chili. Now, the kickstart, the spicy one. Chili's got more vitamin C than an orange.
Okay, I can see myself every morning when I get to the clubhouse having a shot of this one.
How many how many do we have?
Well, we can have maybe one, but then it's going to get a heart attack to put all of this on the table.
After the last two has been out there.
Yeah. This one is very nice, strawberry fields.
That's very nice.
So the line of the life.
So what is
Must is that
Okay, wait, name them.
the melon square and the citrus bomb is must, I feel.
Okay, but take the fire shots out of it and replace it with the fire shots.
Let's run the fire shot.
Yeah, I would say maybe a smaller one because it was quite intense.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true.
I'll have it juice.
Okay, so then definitely the kickstart needs to be there.
Yes.
And the fire shots. This is the must.
For me, I feel
And the
like
green juice, the green has to be there as
but then
well.
we take the baby away.
And then today, I just arrived here at Mervyn Gers Ceramic. Mervyn Gers or Mervyn Gers, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but it's a supplier of ceramics that I love, myself and Andriana. They make fully custom products. They have their workshop here in Paarden-Eiland where they make all their products by hand. And obviously we want beautiful ceramics in our clubhouse that are not only durable and will last a long time, but look stunning as well. It's all in the details. We have a meeting with them now to run through our entire ceramic offering, and I'll show you guys a little bit of the behind the scenes of how they go about making these stunning works of art. So we're here with Shireen at Mervyn Gers?
Yes.
Mervyn Gers.
Good.
Mervyn Gers.
Yeah.
At their workshop where they make all their products by hand, and she's quickly going to take us on a tour. I think we've decided on the general idea of the type of ceramics we want. But let's go see how these beautiful works of art are made.
So our signature shape is what we call imperfectly perfect. So it's quite organic in shape. As you can see, it is not absolutely perfectly straight. Every single item is individually handmade, and by the time it reaches you, 22 people have worked on one item. Okay.
I feel the heat here.
So you won't see any machinery here at all. It's all about people. That is Makoni Molo. So pottery can get fired up to 4 times. The first time it gets fired is something that we call bisque, and I'm going to show it to you. So if you knock on it, you can hear it's incredibly fragile.
It still has that texture on it.
And it's still, yes. So then what happens is it then gets glazed. So it then gets glazed and it gets fired in the oven at 1,300 degrees, and that is when it gets its strength. So it becomes vitrified and virtually indestructible.
You're saying now this is going to turn out blue when it comes out of the oven.
All these items over here are waiting to go into the ovens and get fired at various temperatures. As I say, the ones that are glazed get fired at 1,300 degrees. So we've got 14 ovens and they run at different cycles. Some run at a 6-hour cycle, some run at 48 hours.
And this is the ovens, these big machines are the baking ovens, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oof. Can feel that heat, eh?
These have just come out of the oven. You might want to, you can see how it rolls into the oven, and you can see the open oven with all of its elements in it. So our clay. This is our magician.
Incredible. How are you? Stunning.
So that is our only wheel thrower, and the reason we have a wheel thrower is they generally make prototypes and then we cast it and hand make it. So
Is he busy making a prototype?
So at the moment he's making a product for a client, but and he's normally very much part of the development of new products with him.
So he is the real magician.
He is a real magician. So I want to show you, this is what an item will look like, just the clay, and before it gets cleaned it's quite rough. What's really important to remember is that we make our own clay, and the reason we make our own clay is so that we can be restaurant quality. So what we do is we use stoneware, which is the strongest clay that you can get. We mill the ingredients really finely so it takes on a porcelain-like texture, and then we add strengtheners to it. It will survive a commercial kitchen. The important thing.
Where do you get the clay from?
Limpopo region.
Okay.
So we get, it's all, clay is made up of minerals. So we get all the minerals from the Limpopo region.
So what type of how do you get into molding ceramics? What type of training do you need for it? How do you learn that skill?
Well, you learn through someone teaching you, and every single person that has come here unskilled. And Mervyn has literally taught every single person what it is that they must do at their various stations.
And how they become the experts.
And they become the experts. Also, in terms of Mervyn goes, when he started 15 years ago, he started with 4 people. Those 4 people are still with him today. We treat people well, we treat people with respect, and we pay them properly, you know. So it really is great.
It shows in the work that they put out.
Yes, and you can hear and see the vibe. It's cool. Yeah.
Every section has their own music.
Yes.
Their own vibe.
Okay, so this is our clay. Have a look at that, Pierre. So you can feel how soft it is. It comes in nuggets, and each nugget weighs 10 kilos. Then what happens is...
for Sophia to play with.
Oh yes, we can. Is she a potter or is she a baby?
She's a baby.
Oh, she's a baby. Okay. So over here, this is Kolang Beauty. Hello. So they're busy assembling. So what they did yesterday was they assembled the cups, and then they wait for them to dry ever so slightly, and then they put the handles on. Because if you put the handles on and it's too wet, it pulls. So it all gets assembled there, and there you can see all the jugs that are either without handles or waiting for the handles to be put on.
Some of those products will probably be in the Clubhouse in a few months' time.
Exactly. Okay, so these are very big presentation plates. They're generally used as charger plates, or obviously for cakes and afternoon teas and as a platter. So I want to take you through to our dispatch area because I want to show you how everything gets, everything is eco-friendly and it gets recycled. So for example, just be careful where you walk. How do you do reforming? Is that okay? Thank you, sweetheart. So for example, we use double-walled cardboard boxes. So you can see they've got 2 pieces of cardboard on top of each other. And then we use brown paper instead of plastic bubble wrap because it's also eco-friendly, and you can see how it stretches. And we wrap all our items in there. So this is what a wrapped item will look like, and that's how it will arrive
And that
at the
keeps it
time.
safe.
That
even
is
if it
very
travels
cool.
up to Gauteng or
In
to-
fact, this can go on bumpy roads. 30% of our business is export, and nothing arrives broken.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you, Judy.
And it's in terms of commercial use or individual households, who is your biggest client?
Hospitality industry.
Hospitality,
The hospitality industry is our bread and butter.
But if someone watching this wants Mervyn ceramics for their house, they can buy it.
They can buy it. We make to order only, but they certainly can buy it.
This blue is actually really
That
nice.
is stunning, eh?
Beautiful, isn't it? That's also reactive glaze. So that you can see how everyone is slightly different. That glaze is called rock pool.
Thank you so much. It's an incredible operation you guys have here.
Well, we please you visited.
It's so cool to see how everything is made. We love to seeing these things, and I think later we got the selection that we are looking for, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna take it home, make sure the big boss Andriana signs off on it as well, and then place the order early next week.
Sounds fantastic.
Amazing.
Thank
Amazing.
You guys.
Thank you, Shireen.
Lovely.
I just arrived here on site. It's Monday morning and it's been a busy week so far. We've locked in the majority of our suppliers. We've got some absolutely great suppliers that we'll be working with. All the builders will be on site in the next probably half an hour. And just on the build for the clubhouse, we will not be changing anything structurally on this space. It's a beautiful old building and we want to keep the structural integrity of the space. The only thing we'll be doing is tidying up, freshening up. There's a lot of stuff in very bad state of repair, a lot of rotten wood on the outside, as well as some of the ceilings on the inside. We'll just be restoring it back to its old self. And all of the build process stuff will be featured in the next episode. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be an exciting one. I can't wait to get started on the inside of the space. On the parking for the clubhouse, we are in a neighborhood. There's not a crazy amount of parking available around here, but don't worry about that. All of that's been sorted. We will be doing a full YouTube video on exactly where to park when you come to the clubhouse. 50 meters down the road there is parking for hundreds of people. So it'll be a quick 50 meter walk up to the clubhouse, but we are going to ask that people do not park in the neighborhood around here. It's for the locals, it's for the people that live around here, but more on that a little bit later. We will be showing you guys exactly how to access the clubhouse, where to park, and exactly how everything will work. Be sure to follow along for more updates on the clubhouse page. You can also follow some behind the scenes details over on the Burnt Women's and Men's page in the broadcast channels. You can find all of that in the descriptions. We'll be sharing all the behind the scenes work that we are doing. I'll check you guys in the next one.